My hand shows how big this plant is. It looks like a muscle of an incredible bodybuilder. Give me a moment for a necessary preface. After some time, here I am. I had made a promise that I did not keep, not because I am not a man of my word, but because I had intended to make several videos during the summer, specifically in August. However, I did not do it because I had a problem with dizziness, which sidelined me for 3 weeks. Therefore, those videos that I usually made during that time, now during the holidays in August, were a great opportunity for me to work, because it was a good time to work with the plants, and I would create these videos that I would then share with you until sometimes September, sometimes early October. This did not happen because I was unwell, and now I have gotten back online. And let's say I also took advantage of a lab lesson to produce some material and present it to you. There will be some problems with Google's algorithm, which has almost forgotten me by now. If you want to help me, you could do so by sharing, leaving a comment down below, and giving likes. Those are the things that Google appreciates. I hope to be able to get back online because I have several subscriber videos to produce and upload, as the subscribers have become like students, asking me questions and interacting. I create videos based on their requests, so there is a lot of work. Sorry for the delay. I won't keep you any longer, and I'll leave you with this processing of a juniper that has exceeded expectations a bit, because it was supposed to be a rough selection of branches, but we got carried away and continued. The timing was favorable, so I'll leave you entertained with this work that we enjoyed, and I hope you will too. Hi guys, today we are working on a juniper, and later we will take a closer look at it, which has very particular characteristics. A juniper that has been replanted in somewhat distant spots. The vegetation is very good. Among other things, our Simone, the owner, has cultivated it very well. Would you like to say a few words about the cultivation? How long have you had it? 2.5 years? For 2.5 years, have you only been carrying out the cultivation?
Yes, just the cultivation, plenty of water, very sunny position, full sun always, never sheltered in the shade, and regular fertilization. With anima, no use of anima in the form of bombs. No, just anima. Therefore, a title respecting. The normal one, a title that does not exceed nitrogen beyond the iron content.
Exactly, respecting the advertisement. Perfect. Okay. We have this plant which is healthy, ready for processing, but with somewhat distant branches. So now let's do a somewhat special styling, because I repeat, I'll show it to you up close later, but unfortunately, each of these branches has veins, so going to removing material, cutting branches, perhaps like this branch that protrudes significantly from the silhouette, leads us to the loss, for example, of the vein underneath, and it would completely change the aesthetic level. So let's look for a little trick to maintain the whole vein, because the plant is beautiful like this, and at the same time a shape that fits with this multitude of branches. Therefore, creating a plant with so many branches arranged, it's not easy, because we have to create a geometry that makes sense. Let me show you up close. You see how beautiful it is here. We have some branches, for example, this branch that passes right in front here, which might seem useful to cut because it obstructs our view quite a bit, or this branch that is very far away. What are the issues? For example, this branch carries the vein down here. Look how beautiful it is. It also creates a loop on the foot, and this branch carries the vein down here. So it is probably connected to this other one. They would become thinner. They wouldn't clearly die, but it remains a problem. The more we have the apical part, we have these branches here, also this vein holder, this vein holder, this vein holder at the back. This can be removed because it is at the back, but now I will show you something that can be useful. This branch here is the one that can grow upwards at the tip, and therefore we are obliged, also due to its length, to have more or less. Here is an apex in this position, more or less. If you look at the overall plant, we would have a huge gap here. However, since we have the apex here and the branches, if we cut this one back, we would be in trouble. So let's try to create a double apex, which is a form I usually try to work with fewer branches. But let's see if we can create something appealing to give a nice full Japanese shape. Let's see what we can bring home. Let's start by lowering the first branches with the first step, and then we'll meet again for an update. This is a work progress update. From here you can see little, but now let's take a closer look. We have started to lay down the first branches that we have flattened. This one goes very far away, and then probably we will bring it closer like this. However, I repeat, it is needed to maintain the vein, and later we will probably make some grafts back here. Oh no, I have damaged the dry part because I chipped it, but this is a nice dry part. So let's take a closer look at how we position the branches. In the meantime, I'll also show you the method of twisting used to properly open the branch. In this case, since it's a plant, we might open it a bit more because I did the Egyptian hand technique. We might open it a bit more, but this is the first positioning of the branches, and I'll show it to you. So here you can see how the wires have been opened. First of all, we have a nice long thread here as well, and we pass through the middle. In this case, we haven't done a finishing touch, so to speak, for display purposes. We have only placed the primary and secondary wires, which is already a good start. Over time, we need to clean and shape the branch so that if you look at it now, it is flat. You see how it is quite flat, allowing the back branches to grow a bit more. And from the side, it creates a little cloud effect like this. Now it is flat, which is not good. It should have a profile that curves, creating volume. Then, by allowing the back shoots to grow a little and keeping the front ones trimmed, we can achieve this. I will show you how we position these branches. This one in front is the one we brought down. And then these branches are positioned like this for now. I repeat, we can choose to give them more space by widening them. Now keep in mind, to see the hand closed like this, we can choose to widen it this way to better utilize the spaces or to align with the plant's geometry. But the most important thing, viewed from above, is that if we consider this as the center of the plant, all the branches are arranged in such a way that they go outward as if they were rays. The same was done at the back. This is a branch, the tricky one, because if we clearly open everything up, we will be left with a gap here. So let's fold this in such a way that we might be able to create some vegetative mass here. Then, perhaps in the future, we will be able to replace it with a branch coming from behind. For now, we will use that one, so we keep a possibility open. In the future, we want to simplify the shape. We might use something that will have grown here in the meantime, considering that this plant grows quickly. For now, we will complete it with these branches, which may later grow in diameter and could become gins. Let's continue with the adjustment so it doesn't seem too much, but you can see the difference in the work done. Here you see this sort of snake. Now, we do the same work with these from 4 and 1 and 3, I think. We will bring it around in such a way that we cover this area we see. Then we need to come up with a tip. In the meantime, from above, I wanted to show you a little how these branches were turning. Clearly, there might be some different details for the channel subscribers, something a bit closer, because now we need to film them again once the plant is finished, so it will take a bit more time. But already like this, you can see the state of the work. Little by little, it's coming together. We just need to do this segment here. Here we are, guys. So here it is, the finished work. I'll show it to you. Up close, we'll close the video with a close-up of this plant, and we'll have a discussion and also take a moment to see how we arrived at this result. Here, I and Simone, who is the owner, were very impressed because it has greatly exceeded expectations. We didn't think we would be able to achieve it like this. Usually I create plants with a bit fewer branches, but this time it really is different. We managed to bring out a plant with a shape similar to what we actually liked, because in fact this branch was not at the beginning planned for that. I know that in the video you will say it looks better without it, but I assure you that it really fits everything for now. I am going to show you some of my work up close, and I hope you really enjoyed this entertainment. Bonsai Studio in Subre is Evo for your training, even online. A greeting. Here you go, guys. Our plant seen from another angle, a little closer. It's a UFO, very wide, beautiful, and very Japanese. I assure you that the video does not do it justice when seen up close. Now I will show you a bit of its range from its sides. You see it is very wide. It is a plant that will be at least 70 centimeter wide. And you can see how we have also turned the branches up here in such a way that we have closed the tip and filled it well laterally. It is a beautiful plant. This is its side. Even laterally, it is very beautiful. Perhaps this one could be lowered, but we have already bent it a lot for now. At a later time, we can always do it. Some branches are not wired because it is clearly a first step, and we will let it grow freely until the end of the season. The branches have been repositioned. As you have seen, the level of wiring. This branch repositioned here, seen from this side, is not beautiful. So we will then insert a graft here that will help us in the future to recreate this mass, perhaps a bit more internally, or to fill this area. And this is our work. Observe the magnificence of the trunk. It is beautiful. This is my hand to show you how thick this plant is. It looks like a bodybuilder's muscle. Incredible. We like this proposal of ours. Hi guys, Bonsai Studio in Subre. I am Ivo for your training, even online.